Hey, what's going on, everybody? You got the old Mongo Man here, and you are watching the Mongo's Garage YouTube channel.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto West Virginia 2 South Commerce Street.
As you can tell by the directions in the background, I am off on an adventure this morning. KJ and I decided to split up and conquer, or divide and conquer, as they say. We are on Marketplace Adventures. I am going to sell parts. He is going to pick a truck up. I wanted to get on here after such a long hiatus. It's been a month since we posted a video, and I apologize for that, but we have been so doggone busy with the business trying to get things moving and keep things going that I haven't felt like putting a video together, and I apologize for that, everybody. We are hot and heavy with the $100,000 challenge. Currently today we're sitting somewhere around that $26,000, $27,000 total sales. As you can tell, we are off and collecting more sales. So I'm actually headed to Columbus for a multi-stage trip.
Continue on West Virginia 2 South for 13 miles.
My first stop is going to be in Wheeling, where I am going to sell a horn button for a bullnose. After that, we are going to Newark, out to the Smile More Laundry and Tan again. That's Roman Atwood's laundromat, if you guys didn't know that. To get some Christmas gifts, I always like to support, the YouTubers. Now, Roman's not a little YouTuber, but he's got some really cool hoodies that I want to get for the family. I was supposed to meet a guy out there with a bunch of first responder lights that we got off of a job that KJ did in the shop there. So that is the plan. That's going to be about a $500 day for me. KJ is spending about $1,200 today. He is buying I think it's a 02 or a 99 Super Duty F250 Super Cab 8-foot bed 7.3. It was in a flood, so it is a flood recovery, but the truck is from Florida and the body panels are supposed to be in really good shape. He hasn't sent me anything yet, but when he does, I will post something to this video. But the reason I wanted to get on here today and be a talking head to you guys in the truck here as we drive down the road, I've seen enough of social media here today and last evening to know that Tony Angelo posted a video about taking on an alternate ID and going on Marketplace and trying to find the best deal that he could. Being that our entire business model is based around Marketplace, I wanted to jump on here and have a conversation about that real quick, because I've been thinking about doing this for a long time. And what I want to tell everybody and what I'm going to establish is certain rules for you and everybody else to follow whenever they're using Marketplace, whether to sell or to purchase. KJ and I do both. We sell a lot and we buy a lot off of Marketplace. And the first thing that I want to tell you is just it's a rule of life. I get so frustrated whenever somebody tells me they're going to do something and just doesn't follow through. It happens almost every day on Marketplace. And it's on both sides, really. It's on the sales and the purchasing side. More so on the sales, especially whenever you get tire kickers and people that say they're going to come and look at something and then they flake on you. That's what KJ and I have come to call it, a flake. If someone tells you that they're going to come look at something, they don't, or something happens and they make an excuse that they didn't come out, they are a flake, and they have flaked you. They have flaked on you. The other thing that really drives me up a wall is whenever you're buying something, and I've had a rant about this before, whenever you get almost there and you get that message from them that says, hey, sorry, just sold it, and you've just traveled 2 hours to buy something. I have done that very thing. Traveled 2 hours to buy a boat, and we were literally 15 minutes away from the place. The guy calls me up and says, hey, sorry, just sold it. I said, oh, so the 2 hour investment that I have already and the 2 more hours to go home doesn't mean anything to you. And it didn't. It did not mean anything to him. So looking at the thing that Tony Angelo did, he was talking about going on there as in an alternate ID that he created for himself, just lowballing every car that he can up until he finds something, a good deal. And I think one of the things I saw on social media, I haven't seen the video yet, maybe here shortly I'll get to watch it, but he said, can you live with yourself after the fact? And that's the problem. You get all these keyboard warriors out there, and they think that they can do whatever they want to do, and they do not give any regard to anybody else. So they're looking out for them, and I get that. You need to look out for yourself. However, you also need to be a man of your word. Show up when you say you're going to show up. And the holding thing on Marketplace is one of the grayest areas in the world. I personally will not hold anything unless I have cash down. And we'll accept cash, whether it be Apple Cash, Venmo, PayPal, whatever. We got all of them. And we'll accept down payments that way, and we will hold it. Now, that down payment is non-returnable, non-negotiable. If you flake on me after you've given me $100 down payment, guess what? You paid me because you flaked. That's all there is to it. And you're not getting it back. I don't care how much you cry. I don't care how much you moan and groan. If you made the commitment to send me $100 to come and buy something for me to hold it for you, and you flake on me, you're not getting that money back. That's all there is to it. It just happened to KJ, and it's something that we're starting to incorporate more. If somebody wants us to hold something, yeah, I'll hold it, but you're going to pay me to hold it. So it's, other than that, I will not hold something. Now, if somebody's interested in something, and I'll tell them, I'm going to try and sell it. I'm not taking it off. I'm not marketing pending. I'm not doing any of that. If it sells, it sells, and you're out. If you want it, come and get it. That's all there is to it. It sucks to have to be that way, but really, in the marketplace that whole thing has created, you have to be that way, because that's the way that everybody is. I've had several great dealings on Marketplace. People are great. They come, they show up, they do what they say they're going to do. They hand you cash. Great. That's awesome. I'm not going to say that's the rarity. I'm going to say that's probably 60-40, 60% good, then 40% total flakes. I list my listings a little differently than KJ does. Now, mind you, it's usually the same things that we're listing. Whenever I list my items, I'm kind of vague. I'm trying to get my listing into somebody different, not so much the same people that KJ's after, and it really works. The way that I list mine, like I said, it's kind of vague. It's kind of like, hey, I got this truck, you need parts, I got them, come get them. Just straight and to the point. I don't list any pricing, and I'm trying to get to just a regular person, somebody that's out there trying to save a little bit of money fixing their truck. KJ gets a little more in detail, a little more in depth. He'll list pricing for everything. He lists what he has, and he tries to get more so into that guy that is out there, really looking, somebody that knows what they're doing. And it shows in the people that reply to our ads. I get people that really don't know what they're talking about, so I have to be a little more inquisitive whenever they start talking to me. KJ's people usually are on point. They know exactly what they're after. All is good. And where that comes in, we deal mostly, well, at least here recently, we've done, since we went on our hiatus here, I'm going to say, I think we've done 6 Super Duties in that period of time. And Super Duties specifically, through the years, and anything, it's not just Super Duties, but through the years, there's different things that happen, whether it be a leaf spring front end, a coil spring front end, things like that. And KJ just sent me a snap there. I'm sure that was a picture of this truck he's picking up. But it pays. You got to know your product. You got to know what you're selling. And I try to help people whenever I had a guy the other day. He was looking for a rear end that we had, and the Super Duties use a Sterling 10.5, and OBSs and older into the bullnoses use a 10.25. So this guy's telling me all, I need this rear end, what gear ratio is it, all this stuff. So we figured it all out. And then he said, "Do you think my wheels will work?" I said, "Well, what kind of wheels do you have?" He says, "Well, they're these." And he sent me a picture of them. And I looked at this rear end and I said, "What are you putting this on? What year truck?" Turns out it was a 94 F350. 94 F350 is an OBS, and Super Duty rear end isn't going, I mean, you can make it work, don't get me wrong, but it's not going to bolt right in and be able to use the wheels that came off of the rear end that was under the truck. Different bolt pattern from 8 by 6.5 to 8 by 180. I forget what the Super Duty is right now, but at any rate, they were different, and I had to tell the guy, hey man, my rear end's out of a Super Duty, it's not going to work under your OBS. Those are the things that you got to know what to do and how to do it. So, but I really want to watch Tony's video, talk a little bit more about what he did and how that affects, or I don't know, because I don't know what he did. Let's take a look, and I'll tell you what I think about it afterwards. But for now, I'm almost to my first stop here. I should be there in about it says 8 minutes. So once I get there, we'll make the swap and get on the road to my next one. I want to take a look and see what this video or this picture is that KJ sent me on Snapchat too. So we will see you guys all very soon. All right, everybody, it's 2 days later now, Monday evening out here in Kenny's garage. And we've been at it since 7:30, I think I came out. Got quite a bit done tonight. KJ has got quite a bit of people interested in parts off of this flood victim 2002 F-250. So we've got to start to get these parts collected. It won't be around much longer. Just about all of the big stuff is sold. I think the cab's going, the engine's going. I don't believe the bed is sold yet, but tonight he had somebody pick up the rear doors. Those little super cab doors are very popular here in southwestern Pennsylvania because they all rotted out. And this truck had beautiful ones on it, so they are already gone. So this is what we've got done tonight. Everything's been pulled off the front end of this truck. We've got the radiator, the charge air cooler, all of the transmission cooler, the power steering cooler have been removed. Didn't make that much of a mess. There was a little bit of oil left in the refrigerant. Everything's been coming off of this truck pretty easy. Haven't had a bolt yet that we've had to have any problems with. Everything is covered in mud though, as you can see. Literally everything. Because this truck was completely submersed in water. 7.3 liter, that engine is sold as a core. I think KJ ended up getting $200 out of it. But it's gonna go with everything. I'm not tearing, or I'm not cutting anything. We're taking it all apart like it should be. Here's a real good, that's how deep the sediment was inside of the fan shroud. Everything is in good shape. There was some muddy water inside of that radiator. But the radiator itself is in good condition. I'm sure you could probably get it cleaned up. This is a Dana 50 front end. Let's see if I can show you what I mean by that. If you look at the horn on the top of the differential right there, you can see how it comes to an abrupt stop there at the front. Actually, it's the rear. That abrupt stop means that that's a Dana 50. If that came down, it was a long ramp, and it just kind of blended into the pinion, that would make that a Dana 60. Which is kind of strange because being an F-250 Lariat XLT Super Duty with the 7.3 in it, I figured it would be a Dana 60, but it is in fact a Dana 50. Let you see the interior of this thing all covered in mud. The doors are full of silt. I don't know that you can get down in there and see. But it is a total catastrophe. KJ did pull the rear doors off tonight. And tomorrow we've got to get after cab mounts because the cab's coming off of it. This cab's in really nice shape, no rust. Cab corners are all in it. All the stuff that you would normally see here in southwestern Pennsylvania that's rotten is in good shape on this. It has been beat up. We think it was floating around in the flood for a little bit. But that's it for the evening. I'm going to wrap this video up real quick just to talk about what Tony Angelo was teaching us in his video. Being a scumbag lowballer is not the way to go. And I can agree with that. If you deal with people, just kind of like I said, right? You got to deal with people with respect and do what you say you're going to do. That was his message in his video. Make sure you go over to Tony Angelo's channel there. Stay tuned and watch that video because it is pretty entertaining. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and get this done, edit this video out, and get her up for you guys because it's been quite a while. All right, the Old Man's out. We'll see you guys later.
Set this in the back of this cab.
What do you think, Bubba?
Oh, it's a muddy mess.